Daddy liked to use his tool shed for some unspeakable things. This got Precious thinking that maybe it was time to convert it. The little shack behind the house is like a torture chamber, and Precious really wouldn't mind a fucking fortune teller. They want to know exactly how the future sits for Precious and what tomorrow is promising. The little shack they're stitched in. The little one would like to swap the yard tools for some Triscuits and stockpile some stockings they can utilize for Christmas. They want to fill the little shack with pink bunnies as well, and vouchers for the Carahgotchi out by Taco Bell. The little shack would look much nicer with some marshmallows, and maybe add a little brass like store a fucking cello. They wouldn't mind some candy like some Skittles and some Starbursts, even if this means it's gonna turn their daddy's yard worse. A tool shed should be used for keeping yards a little dandy, cause yard maintenance really is a trade that comes in handy. But when that tool shed turns out to be something fucking shady, the only thing to do is hand it over to the baby. A tool shed should be used for keeping yards a little dandy, cause yard maintenance really is a trade that comes in handy. But when that tool shed turns out to be something fucking shady, the only thing to do is hand it over to the baby. The little shack behind the house is full of gloom and doom, and Precious wants to transform it into their precious room. The little one would like a poster of a unicorn, and maybe space to store a little army uniform. The little shack will look much better with some fireworks, and maybe store some Bibles they can bring over to church. A little bit of peanut brittle would be extra special, and maybe SmackDown DVDs so they can watch some wrestlers. I think it would be dandy if they stored some photo albums, cause pictures with the critter must be worth the fucking millions. There's lots of things they're gonna use to compromise the darkness, and by the time they're through, there shouldn't even be a yardstick. A tool shed should be used for keeping yards a little dandy, cause yard maintenance really is a trade that comes in handy. But when that tool shed turns out to be something fucking shady, the only thing to do is hand it over to the baby. A tool shed should be used for keeping yards a little dandy, cause yard maintenance really is a trade that comes in handy. But when that tool shed turns out to be something fucking shady, the only thing to do is hand it over to the baby.